Ready to go live. All right. It says we are live. So, I am joined today by the one, the only Team SNEED. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, he is the developer. I don't know. I know you don't like to call yourself a developer.
We'll say father
The
of
father,
Cuckolds.
the birthing person. I'm literally just retreading the Nick Rekeita jokes. Yeah, so we are here to talk about the past, the present, and the future of Cuckold Simulator. It's going to be very epic. And right before we started the stream, you asked, you're like, who's Jack Murphy? Literally, a chat just came in right now as we speak. We need a Jack Murphy skin.
You gotta tell me who Jack Murphy is, though. I don't know.
True. Okay. So Jack Murphy is on the Timcast IRL. He shows up like every other week, and he preaches these virtues of masculinity and whatever. Just and then turns out in 2014, I believe, he wrote an article about how he drives. This is bad. He drives his girlfriend to his bowls place to watch her get smashed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is the deception. Like you're trying to convince men to join your we call it the seminal fluid order, because he has this this team of like dudes, like, oh yeah, we're all masculine. They're not.
It's the bait and switch. They get you in thinking they're masculine, and then they say, cuckolding's totally masculine, dude. You should do it.
Yeah. Okay, so in chat, somebody says, if you want to know who Jack Murphy dude is, I can link the stream Undead Chronic did roasting him for over 3 hours. Yeah, that was a really funny stream. They were just reading that article. It was great. Ooh, we got Hammer Hand in chat. Let me just make him a
All right, I'm looking at Jack Murphy now, and anybody with facial hair like that is trying way too. You're covering.
You're cutting out.
Oh, it's probably getting too hasty with the mute button, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we like you can tell he even dyes that beard to be like that.
Oh
Yeah. If you look at the stream, I just added we have a Jack Murphy Wojak created by Rishi himself. So it's so good. But anyways, let's get straight into the business. Let me get rid of that. And then before we start formally, let's I have to do a little bit of shilling, all right? Use code Manic at thedragonstreasure.com for 10% off your order of anime-inspired tea. Yeah, and also make sure you play Cuckold Simulator. The link is in the description to the Steam page. It's only like $2, is it now?
$2.39 until the Thanksgiving sale is over.
All right. See, you gotta play it for whatever percent that is off.
20, which is the exact percentage you need to trigger the wishlist notifications. So,
oh, I did not know that.
yeah, I'm like Nick. I like gaming the system like he does with the YouTube metrics.
Yeah, it's very interesting hearing you talk about Steam because you normally don't hear developers talk about the store part.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like this whole black box thing, but it really shouldn't be because like there's so many people doing it now. Like you just pay $100, you can shit a game out. You know, it's not like it was
Yeah.
like when like the green light days were way beyond that.
Oh, dude, I love dude. I remember those days. Dude, I remember I greenlighted some dinosaur game where you like play as a dinosaur rampaging around, and
I
it like
greenlit Watch Paint Dry. That was a really good game, and they pulled it.
yeah, it's I don't know. So, like Steam, I'd say is better than Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to censorship. But it's not perfect.
Oh, yeah, so Sony's really bad right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
about Microsoft, but Sony's really bad.
yeah.
I don't
I
I
mean,
don't, I don't think I get this game on Sony. I think I get it on Xbox. I might be able to get it on the Switch because Nintendo seems to have no like regard for anything anymore. Pretty much anything goes on there. But the only issue with that is Switch only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and this unoptimized piece of shit can definitely not run on there. So I might have to
oh,
wait till the next gen.
okay. You know, I I was thinking about that. You're like, is there going to be console ports of this?
Yeah. When I get at whenever early access ends, if it ends, if the game doesn't just like totally crumble under its own increasing pressure by then, I think I would do Xbox first because it's the easiest to get onto,
Yeah. Dude, imagine getting on Game
and
Pass.
maybe PlayStation. But you know, that would be
Yeah.
the dream. Get on game.
Yeah, that's when the cancel mob comes in. But yeah, it's just a really funny a meta thing you can do because you love doing the meta stuff is to completely reskin the game to make it like a completely different game. I remember Raging Golden Eagle talking about how some anime game was completely changed aesthetically just for PlayStation.
Yeah, they make there's some weird shit going on with that.
Yeah, when PlayStation.
Actually, no, I will not be doing Steam Deck compatibility solely because I applied to like the developer program to get a free Steam Deck and they rejected me. Can you believe?
Wow, you cut off, by the way. But
I think I know what the problem is with that. I will give me a second, I'll fix that.
right, yeah, I'll just talk. You know, I didn't. I probably knew at some point, but I completely forgot that the Switch only had 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, it's really a surprisingly weak console. Like, if you look at its specs, it's about equal to an entry level 2008 gaming PC,
Hmm.
which is weird because you got a lot of like cross platform stuff that runs okay on it, but not really. Like Hades kind of runs, but like not really.
Yeah, it's weird because I think Nintendo how they do it is that they just slim down the console so much so like the menu takes up zero resources. So that's how you can just get all that power or get all the power you can from the games at least.
It's the power of 720p textures.
Yeah, my phone has I think double the RAM of that.
Yeah, I mean it's also been out for quite some time at this point.
5 years almost. I think four and a
Yeah,
half
I
because
feel
it
like
came
it,
out
but yeah.
March of 2017. All right, yeah. Speaking of Nintendo, let's just start off. You know, we're just gonna start off before we go into the heavy stuff. The state of the video game industry. Now, I remember you talking about Pokemon in the Migtown podcast interview, if you will. And the funny thing with that is that I'm pretty sure that was before the Gen 4 remakes and Legends Arceus was announced. Um, yeah, and you said that you like the open world Breath of the Wild stuff, and how you either want to see Pokemon Go 2D or Breath of the Wild mode. So, what do you think of Legends Arceus and the Gen 4 remakes?
I think Arceus is going to disappoint a lot of people just because I don't think they've learned anything. I don't think they've changed anything in the demo videos they put out so far. It's like really uninspiring areas with just like prefab shit plopped down in the middle of it. It looks like something I would create. Like the one town they showed off, I was kind of unimpressed with it. But it means they're like taking a step in the right direction at least. So I don't know. I guess we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I
It
think
can't be worse than some of the other stuff they've done recently. So
yeah, I don't know, yeah, like uh, I want to be optimistic about this, and I think
that's
I'm
the state of Pokemon fans. They're always optimistic. They always get disappointed, and they never learn. It's just how it goes.
yeah, I bought Let's Go Pikachu, and then I skipped out on Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamonds Shining Pearl so far. So I want to say I'm like better than the average Pokemon fan because I actually boycott.
Yeah, like I'm sure the Gen 4 remakes are fine, but at the same time, like if I want to play Diamond Pearl, I could just grab my DS, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't upgrade it to the Platinum decks.
No, they didn't, and it's kind of like a one-on-one remake, except they just make like ugly chibi mode in part of it. It's like I think I'd rather just play the original at that
Yeah,
point.
like I thought Gen 6
That was a good
genuinely
generation.
had what?
So that was a good generation, Gen 4, like when it came out.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'd say it's kind of overhyped mostly because of Hard Gold, Soul Silver. That's really what like bumps it up there. Because frankly, you're not gonna play Diamond and Pearl. You're gonna play Platinum. Diamond and Pearl
Well,
is
yeah,
just
of
slow.
course.
Yeah, I just I don't know. The new games are bad. Yeah, and you also said about how Nintendo finishes their games later. How they just like with the Mario Golf, Kirby, Star Allies, the likes. They just it's a very half baked game, and they just add stuff later. Uh, yeah, I like to say at least they're adding it for free. That's not saying much.
For how much longer though? Because they're always pushing the limits of what people are willing to tolerate. Because like by the numbers, you know, you buy a game, you get 30 hours out of it for $60 or whatever, maybe $70 now with the price increase. But that's still like compared to other forms of entertainment, it's a very good value. So you could realistically pay double that, and people might still be fine with it. It's not like Cuckold Simulator where you get, you know, like 50 hours of amazing gameplay for only $239.
So true. Uh, yeah, there are definitely some like good games, but I'd say they're either mid tier or just indie.
Yeah, but the other problem is now people, especially like early access stuff, people just they get their money and then they're like, well, who cares anymore? I think the perfect example of this is Valheim. They took in some like $50 million or whatever. And what have they done in the past 7 months? Oh, they had a patch where they add building materials that were already in the game, just not available for building, and add some new food items. It's just like totally embarrassing. Like I've added more shit to my game in the past like 2 months than they have in 7 months with their infinite budget and actual staff of actual people who actually know how to program and model and stuff. It's like, come on. And like nobody's like, you know, calling him out on it. The game still has overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's like, come on, let's hold people accountable. You got $50 million, you can make a better game.
I have Valheim in my library and I just haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, so do I. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong, very good game. You get a lot of hours out of it, but I feel like they just totally given up on it. They're doing the bare minimum right now. Like
Yeah.
they definitely have money. They're a team of like 5 people. Even if they chop it evenly, it's like 10 million a piece. Like, do something.
Yeah, literally all I'm seeing since like June is patches. Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
still haven't got the Mistlands out yet, and that was like that was in the game when they released it practically, and it's still just sitting there unfinished. So, oh well, one day.
yeah. So has any other game developers reached out to you, like talking about how like either aspiring or already established, saying how either you inspired them or how to like encourage you to keep going?
Not actual game developers. I think if any of them are actually aware of me, I'm probably like a black sheep in the community.
Yeah.
I've had like random people reach out to me. Just no developers. They don't want anything to do with me. Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just because I would assume most developers either fall in line or woke or something of the sort.
Oh yeah, just go to Twitter and look up the indie dev tag. It's really really bad.
Yeah. For the most part,
Like every single game has exactly. Oh, we got one Asian character, one black character, one white character. It's just like
and it's all the
really
Cal arts.
formulaic, woke in a sort of way. Yeah, Cal arts and like ugly, the Tumblr art style. It's awful.
Yeah, I can tell, and PlayStation's promoting those kinds of games. What was the one about like the
Yeah,
punk band or like the virtual band? I don't know. It was
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name. There's some weird shit on Sony right now being promoted though.
yeah,
Very weird
because
stuff.
just how like I have like my Warband and Shield Wall, like how like we basically collaborate and we're in communication. I was thinking like you could basically have that with game developers that like you can trust them and stuff. Like have that little niche. All right. Uh, yeah. Let's address the chat before we move on to the game itself. If I just scroll up, it's amazing how much processing the mobile version has. TV is just projecting the mobile to TV screen. Does Mr. SNEED Man do snow dog testing?
The fuck is snow dog testing?
I don't know. It was what is? Yeah, actually, I'm gonna add him in chat.
Whatever it is, it looks expensive.
Oh,
So no.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, it's like a thing that goes over ice or something. I don't know. It looks expensive.
Diablo 3 is so good. I'm gonna have to get my Switch out of my truck and play that alone. I should be paid. I should be a paid shill, but they usually only pay our retards to do. So true. Not. I mean, I have a feeling they. I don't know. I played Diablo 3 for like an hour, and I just didn't get into it, and then I sold it for like more than I bought it.
Yeah, I played it when it came out with the real money auction house, and I sold enough to cover the cost of the game, and then I never played it again.
Oh yeah,
That was an
yeah.
interesting experiment, though.
Yeah, wasn't the auction house like super controversial?
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy when it first launched. Like people were spending like $250 on crap items just because nobody really knew how to value anything. And then all the Chinese came in, make a whole like market out of it. bots and everything. It was crazy.
All right. Now, moving on to game specific, and I thought we would transition with this very, very well timed comment. When's Cuckold gonna get the coof jab?
I don't know. I've been wanting to put it in, but I don't know like how to work it in because it would like require me to like overhaul all the stuff I already did, especially with like the mask wearing. I would want the people to interact with you differently if you're not wearing the mask and all this other stuff. And then I don't know if I want to give out the jab for free in the game or make like the jab 99 cents and you can buy the Pfizer jab or the Moderna jab or the whatever jab. It might not be free. It's free in real life, but it might not be free in here.
Like honestly, when I saw the revamped or I think just added pharmacy, I thought that's where that was gonna go.
Yeah, I'm leaving the door open. It's probably gonna happen. I don't see the vaccine drama going away anytime soon, so it's probably got to have to make its way in.
Yeah, I'm especially with the what is it called, the Omicron variant.
Yeah, the Omicron variant. Somebody in Africa coughs and New York declares a state of emergency. It's like the Madagascar memes from Pandemic.
Yeah. Okay. We should probably move on before we get taken down.
Before we summon Susan. Yeah.
Okay. Nick Ray says, "Can you play the game a bit while you're doing the interview?" I have to focus on one thing at a time. I have to be fully engaged with my guests and the chat. It's not gonna look the most visually exciting, but if you want to see me play, I do have like 4 live streams. So, and I put them all in a playlist. So,
No, I suggested that he tries to beat Cuck Souls while doing this.
yeah, I'll just like you can hear a broken controller as I say that, like as I'm talking mid sentence. Let's see. All right. So, of all the last update, the one before the last update, you added a second level to Anime Girl Genocide, and I just like to know, what made you think of that setting as opposed to like the school for the first level?
I'm very glad somebody finally brought this up because Anime Girl Genocide's obviously complete throwaway. It was something I worked on like a year and a half ago. I'm like, all right, this sucks. I'm not going to do anything with it. I threw it aside. And then when I was making this and I made the snitch, I'm like, oh, I can just copy paste this. And here I got like free content. And because it's a game in a game, it doesn't have to be good. So I didn't expect anybody at all to give a shit about it. And I haven't, but there was one guy on YouTube, I think his name is Wubs. He decided he wanted to speedrun Anime Girl Genocide.
Yeah.
So when I put the achievement in for speedrunning it, I set it at like 81 seconds or something because I was like the fastest I could do it. And then he comes along and just like totally breaks the fucking game and got it down to like 45 seconds. And then he's like, hey, dude, do you think you can make a part 2 of Anime Girl Genocide for me? I'm like, yeah, okay, why not? And as for why I chose that specific environment, it's because I already had it purchased from something else.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, I'm just going to use this industrial field. I don't care.
Okay, because I thought the joke was with the first level is that you're at a school, like that's very shocking, right? But I'm not very shocked like killing people in an industrial environment.
The first one was definitely like a nod to Yandere Dev. The second one, no inspiration at all, just
no inspiration.
Hawk together environment to satisfy Mr. Speedrunner.
Yeah, I also thought that was like a steep difficulty spike, if you will.
Yeah.
Like I had to look up the speedrun to know where they were. Do you think you'll ever add some more levels to Anime Girl Genocide?
Probably not. Honestly, the snitch games take so much time for like what they are that I generally don't think it's worth it.
Fair. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you'll have to. Maybe you'll have to like. I'd imagine if you're to add another like completely original Snitch game, I'd imagine it'd be like 8-bit or something.
I don't know. I'd like to crowdsource them, just like gather together everybody's failed game prototypes and just like show them in my game.
Dude, that'd be so good.
Yeah, it's like the perfect like springboard for it because like any developer has like a graveyard of shit they cannot use, but I could use it, so just send it here.
Yeah, I just think it'd be so funny to just like see, like, because you know how it's like the Soy Boys love their 2D indie platformers.
Yeah, I like my platformers too. Shit.
I mean, I like my Switch too, but I can acknowledge that
Yeah, yeah,
that's just a breeding ground for cucks.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking about the Nintendo Snitch, this would work well with what you said if you're crowdsource them. What if you had like in-game reviews? So you could write a review of Cuckold's Anime Girl Genocide, and you get to see other people's reviews in the game.
It's getting a little complex. I'm not a developer. You're forgetting.
Yeah, I don't know
There's
because
a lot
like
of stuff I've wanted to do, and I'm just like, I don't know how to do this, so I can't do it. And it just goes into my idea pile to revisit whenever I decide to learn Unity, which as of now still hasn't happened 7 months later.
you want to describe anything that's been thrown to the back burner.
Um, let me see if I can find my file. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I can't find. Here it is. Maybe. No, that's not it. Yeah, I store my files on my computer very kind of like schizophrenically. So when I want to find something, I just can't find it.
Yeah, I mean, half of my computer is very well organized, and then within the organized folders, it's just bad.
My organization is just cascading new folders of unorganized shit. And when it gets too big, I make a new folder, I dump it in it, and then it starts over.
Yeah. What was? Yeah, because I actually thought about this. Like, would this be too complicated? But then I realized that there's already the browser in Cuckold Simulator, so like, there's already that like internet connection. That was my main
Yeah.
concern. My main.
Well, I wanted to do something like in game where you do something and then it would like spit out a Steam key for like another game. But then I realized that I'd like have to set up like a distribution server for all that and all this crap. I'm like, well, can't do that.
I, yeah, I'd imagine pretty difficult. Uh, yeah. Let's continue to next. All right. So you said that Cuckold Simulator was originally going to be Incel Simulator.
Yes.
Yeah. So will we ever see the comeback of the Incel?
I don't know. I might need to like crowdsource ideas for it. Like it's been like 7 months and I still have no idea how I'd make that into like a fully functional game.
Yeah. I'm not saying like this has to be a full game. Just like adding the previously scrapped Incel into this game.
Well, the incel never got past the model creation, and then that just became cuckold. So the
Okay.
incel is fully part of cuckold at this point.
They are one.
I think the browser has JS support already. It just doesn't have some of the video codecs, like the Twitch codec. It's like the one you have to like pay for a license for, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm very glad you added the video support. Even though it's like
It works for YouTube, not for you could probably pull this stream up in the game right now, it'll work. Just not Twitch.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that a couple streams ago when I was playing Cuckold Simulator.
Oh yeah, what I do have coming while I'm on the subject of the browser. playing Cuckold Simulator within Cuckold Simulator, because I can compile a browser version of the game, and then you can play it through the in-game browser.
Dude, that'd be meta. Like how expansive would this hypothetical browser version be?
I'm mostly curious with how deep you can get it. I tried it. I did like a test run, and I got the game to run inside a browser, So I had 3 copies of it running, and it was still functioning. But past that, I don't think you could see through the laptop screen to like control anything.
uh, yeah, like would this like browser version be like functional on your actual browser? Like I can just imagine like
Totally.
middle
Yeah.
school kids playing Cuckold Simulator.
No, I've been meaning to throw it up on like I don't even know what sites are on anymore. Newgrounds is still around. Maybe throw it up
Yeah,
on there. I don't
yeah.
know.
Newgrounds is still
Yeah,
around.
the browser version. The only problem with it is it's limited. Most of the sites only allow like a 1 gigabyte or 1.5 gigabyte upload, which would probably only be the home scene and the office and maybe the nightclub. So it'd be pretty limited. More like a
Yeah,
demo version.
yeah. I mean, you don't want to give out your game for free. Right. So are we getting a customizable wife? Because somebody in your Discord was talking about how he wants his wife to be like, or wants to be Cuckold's wife to be like his wife.
Yeah, it's not the first person who seems lost and thinks this is an actual cuckold game, but if somebody hypothetically wanted to pay me to do it, I would do it. So I told the guy he could like subscribe to the Patreon, and I put in a hair toggle. But it was one of the discussions I had when I was making this with some of my friends. I'm like, there's got to be somebody out there who thinks it's an actual cuckold game. There's just got to be one. So far, there's
Wait,
been a few.
wait. So okay, so you're getting people that like join your Discord and like thinking like, oh, this is not parody.
Yeah, oh no, I had somebody like literally subscribe to the Patreon and then message me on Patreon like dead ass serious, uh, wondering like why it wasn't an actual cuckold game, and he was disappointed. I thought he was just fucking with me, but he was dead serious.
He was disappointed, so he subscribed to the Patreon.
No, he
Tell you.
subscribed first, and then he was
Oh,
disappointed. Like
oh,
he didn't even know the game was on Steam. Somehow he found the Patreon and saw it was a cuckold game and just like threw his money at me, and then
I mean,
realized after that it wasn't a cuckold game. So I don't know, man.
I mean, to me, Patreon isn't something you browse to see people you support. You just get linked to it.
Yeah, I don't know how he found me, but he found me.
He
I've
probably
had
searched
people
cuckold.
yeah, on like Twitter, there's like about a dozen like actual cuckold accounts that follow me. They're lost. They're totally lost.
Dude.
But these people are gluttons for abuse, so I don't know how to deal with them. Like, I don't want to be mean to them because they might like enjoy that, but at the same time, I also don't want to be nice. So I don't know what to do.
They might enjoy that. Yeah. I think the only W you can get against them is to get them to subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
To the Patreon. Alright. Alright. So you have there is one character that has voice acting in the game, right? Correct?
Technically two.
I guess I have not seen.
Both of the anime girls in the club have voices.
Oh, okay,
But they're
both
voiced by the same person. So I mean,
yeah,
2-1.
yeah. Just I mean, the anime girls in the club serve the same purpose. So I'd say
Yeah,
that
basically.
yeah. Uh, so what made you think? Oh yeah, I can add voices to just these two characters.
Well, I wanted to test having the voiceover system in place. so it worked. So that was good. And secondly, the anime girls are like totally out of place in the game anyway. So I figured it was also out of place to give them voices, especially the one who tries to whore out the Patreon.
Yeah. That was funny. What did you? I don't know. So, do you think you will add more voiceovers? Like, I'd assume you would like prioritize the anime girls everywhere.
I don't know. I was thinking about it. Like even now, when it's pretty early stage, there's so much dialogue in the game. Like I exported all of it, and there's like I think it's like 25,000 words right now, which is equal to like 120-page manuscript for a movie. So this is
Damn.
like a lot, and manually like splicing up each voice line and assigning it and managing audio levels and all that. It takes so long. Even for like the like 12 lines I had to do for the club, it took a long time. So I don't know. I think I might like relegate it to like one-off scenarios or like other spots where it makes sense, but it's probably just way too much effort to do the whole game at this point because it is
Yeah,
pretty much an entirely text-based game.
makes sense. Yeah, because Zelda Breath of the Wild they only have voices in the cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe yeah, maybe in those special occasions we could see that. Right.
I'd love to get Deshaun voiced because I think it would add a lot to his character to deliver
Yeah.
everything with the proper tone. Because he doesn't have like a ton of lines, but his lines are good. Everybody likes his lines.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said he was a fan favorite.
He's my favorite. He's my adopted son.
Yeah, dude, he's really funny. Like every single time he's on screen. He's not there that much. He's mostly just sitting on the couch, but when he actually has something to do, it's cool. Yeah, which speaking of which, for the Young Roscoe event, uh was Deshaun implemented in that purely for like because he's a fan favorite and you want to see him more in the game?
I don't know. I just needed a reason to like. It just like tied that whole scene together. Like I needed a reason for him to like go there, and I figured, oh, Deshaun can tie all this together.
Okay. Yeah, because I just figured that yeah, like he's a good catalyst because I saw the flyer and then Cuckold talks about, oh, I can get a new bowl and and then that's how and then Deshaun kind of initiates that event.
Yeah, I thought it would. I thought it was like too one dimensional if it was just like him going to the show alone. So I thought it was like he's like
Right.
a last second addition.
Right. Yeah, 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 sounds good because it's not like you could have like Tyrone Jr. talk. Right. So what do you think are you going to prioritize in future updates? Expanding existing areas or adding new ones?
I'll start off by saying I never have plans for anything.
Okay.
Not a single thing. I open up the Unity editor and I'm just like, all right, what am I gonna do? And I just do something random and hope it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and I delete it. But there's no planning here. There's no the only thing I have a plan for is the Wayne arc. Everything is just like take it as I go otherwise.
Okay. That's the next door neighbor with the underground, right?
Yeah.
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 But was Wayne inspired by anyone in particular?
Oh, Wayne's a real person.
Oh wait, like directly?
Yeah, it's Wayne Lambright.
I've never heard of him before.
Well, there's a lot of material about him. One of his, I guess, online associates messaged me. He's like, "Hey, man, you should put Wayne Lambright in the game." And I kind of knew who Wayne was, but not like fully. I'm like, "All right." yeah, we can do this. Like he gave his blessing and everything, and then one of them made up the model for him, so I didn't have to do that part, which was nice because I'm really bad at modeling. And it actually worked perfectly because I had like a plan for a character that was going to do what Wayne was going to do, but I didn't have like the character design. And then Wayne came along, and like Wayne kind of was naturally like the character anyway. So I'm like, all right, this is perfect. We're going with it.
Okay. So like, what was the food and weed part just like added, just made up?
No, that was like per his request. He
Oh.
specifically stated, I want my character to smoke a lot of weed in the game. I still have to make a smoking animation for him, actually.
Okay, okay. And did he also request about the underground or?
No, that's just me forking
Okay.
off in my own direction with that. But
Okay, very very
well, actually,
interesting.
kind of based in reality too, because for a while he was just living in somebody's backyard in like a tent. So
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
underground, he didn't dig an underground there though.
Does he have Cold War era technology?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, cause like there's a lot of people that like, oh, you use. There's people that are like, or if you use Windows, you're like, oh, you're automatically like getting spied on or whatever. There's still ways to minimize that even in Windows, but normally those guys just go to Linux, not 1980s technology.
No, that's just my own opinion showing through. I'm doing this
Okay.
stream right now on a Pentium one actually. So
Very cool. So let's yeah, that character just came out of left field for me.
yeah, if you don't know who Wayne is, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you do know who Wayne is, then it makes slightly more sense.
Is he the kind of guy that Count Dankula would make a Mad Lads on?
Maybe
All right, if it's a
he is
maybe,
a you just check out his YouTube channel sometime. I think it's still
okay.
up.
Oh, it's still, if it's iffy, if it's still up, then I'm interested.
He got banned from Twitter recently, I think, but I think he's still on YouTube. So
I might have to make my own Mad Lads. But we'll see.
no tag. I just wanted to do a nod to Terry though. Gotta put the God's OS in the game somehow.
Hey, I forgot I was gonna talk about this, but there's still a lot of like loose threads in the game, and you don't really know how you're gonna continue those.
Yes, correct.
All right, now we need the Chad SNEED. Yes. All right, and so I'm pretty sure you've been asked this many times before, but can we get a cuckold game journalist?
What do you mean? Like I've seen people wanting him to be a game journalist. Or do you like a game journalist character?
You're roboting right now. So
No, what?
I, cuckold just kind of fits the archetype, or let's just say the physiognomy is there for him to be a game journalist.
Yeah, I mean, there's already games in the game, so maybe you could just become a snitch critic for money or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a game journalist. Game journalist could also be
It's
his
just a
own
lot of this
character.
stuff. I don't know how I'd like implement it into the game in terms of like mechanics. Like, what would it add to the game in terms of mechanics? I just don't know. Because people have been saying like, oh, you should be like a Reddit moderator too. I'm like, okay, well, how would I do that exactly? I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like how are you going to interact with the Reddit moderator?
Yeah, yeah, it's like, I don't know. 'Cause I like the ideas. It's just like not a lot of ways to translate it, at least that I can think of.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I'd say the okay, so to be a little bit critical here, I'd say the only thing that I would say I would like to definitely be improved would be the economy, because right now it's, for the most part, it's just go to wage cage, go like once you wake up.
But that captures the essence of being a cuck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like I've
Yeah.
I've thought a lot what I wanted the gameplay loop to be on, and like yeah, it's kind of boring and repetitive, but like that's his life, so you got to live it.
You have to live it.
It's kind
Okay.
of like I want it to be kind of like the anti-game game,
Okay.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yeah, I think I wrote this before I knew that there's actually no implemented like a bank account tier upgrade. And I'm pretty like I'm
Yeah, I
assuming.
have to design the second floor for that, like the
Okay.
VIP area, which is the entire
Okay.
point of upgrading to begin with, because that's unfinished right now.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that Tyrone, like, you can't bail him out yet.
No, you can save file it to get the money, but then you just get thrown in jail for uh, presumably illegal acts because you don't have that much money,
Okay.
and everybody knows it.
Yeah, I know I tried to, and then it was like, okay, what program can I open this with? Because like they weren't text files, and I only know
It's
how to
just
like
Notepad, man.
Notepad.
It's fully plain text. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. You'll because like I was in the general folder directory, and I didn't.
I, I
I was
specifically I specifically did the save file in plain text because I wanted people to fuck around with it.
all right. Yeah, like isn't there a Funko Pop that you can only get with the save file editing your position?
Yeah, it's the one in the movie theater.
Movie theater?
Yeah, there's a movie theater map, but it's unused. But you can get to it, and there's a blue funky pop in there.
All right. Yeah, so with I don't know, like with the wage cage, I was thinking maybe like you could add mini games that will determine your pay, like like probably just a rhythm mini game or something
Yeah,
of the
isn't
sort.
that worse than just pressing E and getting on with your life though? You know?
I
Like
mean,
I was gonna maybe work it into like, so I have the stats system in place, but I haven't really done anything with it. So I was thinking maybe like, oh, you can do like activities at night other than the stuff that's in there to like increase your stats, and then that would correlate to like a higher pay when you go into the wage cage to like make the money grind a little bit faster. But yeah, as far as like adding a game to that, I think that would just make people not play the game. It would
yeah,
make it way too tedious if you had to do that
yeah,
little mini game like every
make it
minute.
slower. I do like the idea of a potential like overtime, so where you can just like extend it into the night and then get paid more.
Yeah, that could work too. You wouldn't be being paid overtime though, just your normal wage, of course.
Yeah, of course. It's wage cage. All right. And now there was a limited time event, the Pride celebration. And how would you say like if you were to retrospect on that, what do you have to say about that Pride event?
Well, we don't talk about the Pride event. Honestly, I shipped that out so fast because it was in like the middle of June. I'm like, oh, it's Pride Month. I should do something for Pride Month. So
Yeah, it
I
was
made that in a day.
it was already the middle of June and it came out. I remember that.
Yeah, and the whole 2 weeks of it being in game. But again, being the anti-game, limited time. You can only play it during June. I want to do a lot more events like that are just like limited via like a real time calendar, but like I don't. They take a lot of time for stuff that
Yeah.
like how many people play the Pride Month thing right now? Probably less than 10% of the install base. So is it really worth it? Probably
Yeah.
not. I think it's funny though.
Yeah, and also the update that came out right after that, like you if you want to access the Tyrone gameplay, you have to like clear your save file. So that means I lost my Pride pins.
Yeah. Well, you can you can change the system clock and get back to it, but that's cheating.
Okay, so it is time based.
Yeah, it's just based on the system clock.
Okay, good to know. Because I thought you just removed that with the update.
No, it's still in there. It just doesn't
Okay.
naturally enable unless you set it back.
Yeah. See, like on OBS, the slideshow showing the intersectional pride flag.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
the
just
flag's been updated since then, so I got to
yeah,
update that before next year rolls around.
the intersex pride flag.
Yeah, it's missing the yellow.
Yeah,
They
with the
added like a
circle.
yellow.
You know, I actually mentioned
Yeah.
that in my Cuckold Simulator review back in like August, I want to say. So, yeah, I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind. It's like, oh, that's like not up to date. I'd assume that like at the time there wasn't models of it. I'm assuming you just bought a pride flag asset, right?
No, it's just a so Unity has a like a cloth system, and then I just slap the texture on it.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can see I don't really know how to use the cloth system very well because the flag is kind of like it doesn't behave like a flag would in real life.
I mean,
It flows very weirdly.
it has been quite a
But
few months since I've seen
yeah,
it in action.
but I mean the game's full of all sorts of janky animations and stuff anyway, so it's fine. Whatever. Wayne with the shovel. I couldn't figure out how to get his shovel to bind to both hands. So it only binds to one. So he just kind of digs with one hand.
All right, yeah. Do you have any suggestion or not suggest? You are literally the developer, the birthing person, if you will. What do you think would be any other limited time events?
I might do one for Christmas if I can shit something out in the next few weeks. Other than that, I don't know, maybe Valentine's Day. A cuckold story for Valentine's Day. I don't
Yeah,
know. I prefer the month long ones because like if I did Valentine's Day, like all right, this is literally only active on February 14th, and how many people are going to play on February 14th? Probably not a lot. It's a little bit of a waste, but I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you could have it like the 2 weeks before as well.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. Let's
something
answer
like
some chats. At Manic, yeah, it's Notepad plus plus, and it's key money or something like that in the fail, or in that fail. Uh, okay. Everybody's asking, what about Hyperbia integration? I don't understand.
I'd have to like model that. I don't know how the fuck I would model it.
Do you want to explain that to
I
me?
might take it that way.
What
Okay,
the
so when you go into Wayne's Underground, he has a a map up of Hollow Earth.
Oh, okay,
Ties in
okay.
with him digging into the ground, so he's trying to get to the core of the Earth, where all the advanced races are hanging out at in Agartha.
Yeah, literally. Okay, okay. Uh, dude, make a dinosaur simulator and then add in how dinosaurs aren't real. Very a very high IQ comment right there. I'm assuming you don't know how to program a dinosaur.
There might be an asset already. The problem is there's like models for literally everything. They're just not animated or anything. So you got to rig it yourself. You got to make all the animations. You got to make the controller. It's too many disciplines that I don't know.
Okay.
Humanoids are easy. There's so many humanoid related assets out there.
Yeah, yeah, there's like a bunch of animations for that too, I'd imagine. Yeah. Jacob says, I saw we add a Zimbabwe currency so you can get an army of Africans for about 1,000,000,000,000,000 Zimbabwe bucks. Maybe, Cuckold.
African Mission Trip DLC.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Maybe Cuckold gets so down bad for a bowl that he
Literally goes to Africa to buy one.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be so good. He buying slaves to cuck him.
This might actually get me in trouble. But you know, it's all to bring attention to the fact that slavery is still going on in the world, and that's terrible.
Slavery's bad. Okay. I think we just found the next new update. Who knows? But let's rapid fire these. So, what's your stance on parodies of actual people, other than like the one consenting person?
Yeah, it's probably generally something I'd want consent for.
Okay.
Unless they're like, I don't know. Probably want consent for that.
Hey, because I remember the for the Warband game that we're developing, we're just gonna have a South Park style disclaimer at the beginning. Is like, oh, these aren't actual people. We're this is like you know, it's like they're dramatic parodies or whatever.
Yeah, South Park gets away with a lot that I feel like other people don't. It's totally unfair.
Is it because they have that Paramount backing?
They got some sort of backing. Like even the Strong Woman episode they did like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
People get roasted on Twitter for saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand that. I think like I'm pretty sure if I were to just start my own TV show on Comedy Central, I wouldn't be allowed to get away with that. But you know, since Matt Stone and Trey Parker have just been around for so long, that they can make those jokes.
Yeah, who knew you could get grandfathered into bigotry, right?
yeah. Like, you know, Netflix still allows Dave Chappelle, but they're not going to allow some like up and coming dude. They're just going to allow the old guard to age out, basically.
So unfair.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's basically how like comedians basically. I'm saying basically a lot. They just, they climb that ladder and then pull it from under them. You can tell how a lot of comedians that used to be funny, edgy, etc., they just aren't anymore. And then they actively campaign against those that still are.
Yeah, you made yourself off this. Back up.
Yeah. Yeah, like Sarah Silverman, Jimmy Kimmel. Those are like the low hanging fruit. But both of them may have done blackface as a joke, but All right, so we already covered Jack Murphy, correct? As a parody for our game. Our game, your game. My bad. Yeah, just I like a lot
this is the people's game.
The people's game. All right, yeah, so a lot of people, whenever I say Cuckold Simulator, they're like, oh, Donovan Sharp, Jack Murphy, or Fresh and Fit. Those are always the go-to people that, like, they think. So I'm assuming that, your stance will stay firm, you're not going to add them.
Probably not.
Okay.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Okay. What about, like, the Wojaks, Soy-jacks, Giga Chad? Because you already got the NPCs in there.
I was thinking of, like, so obviously the neighborhood is pretty much empty right now. So I got like 5 houses to work with.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe stuff like that, like a Chad neighbor or something who tries to fix you unsuccessfully.
Tries to
But
fix you. Oh, do you think yeah, I'm not like gonna suggest anything out of this, but do you think you'll add YouTuber cameos?
consent.
Yeah, like obviously like like you say you can get the consent of Nick Rekeita, you know.
I would love to. So obviously, Tyrone's thing is probably going to end up in court at some point, and I'd really like to have a Nick cameo, either be like defense lawyer or prosecutor or something involved. But
That'd be
I mean, that'd
so
be totally
good.
up to him, of course.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I want to see that now. Yeah, Chronic, basically my YouTube boss, he asked me, or like when I said I'm gonna like interview you, he's like, "Oh yeah, ask him if we can get the whole Warband slamming his wife."
Oh God. Well, aren't you black? Because
um,
the bull's only he's got to be black. It's like part of the
so
culture.
okay, so the black guy is a skeleton. There's also a zombie, a frog, uh, an undead. I don't even know what Riker's supposed to be. And a
No,
mushroom.
there's Chinese games that do those weird sort of interactions. I'm not gonna do that.
Chinese games, huh?
I was looking at one today on Steam. It was some like eldritch horror porn game produced by China. It was really weird.
All right. Um. All right. Let's go through some comments, and we'll continue forth. If we get a Sigma Male DLC, I will cash out. All right. All right. What do you have to say to that?
Ways off, if ever.
Yeah, I'd assume he'd have to cash out before you develop the Sigma Male DLC.
Yeah. Still debating if I want to give Cuckold a redemption arc, but he might be too far gone.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I have no strong feelings either way. We will. Wait. Will we see a roadie stand in the game? This could also be included with the Zimbabwe Bucks.
It's like cycling between dollars and yuan it's already been annoying. So I don't know about a third currency. Might even cause like an integer overflow too.
Oh, real? Wait. Image overflow?
Integer.
And
All
uh,
my money's just stored in an integer, which only goes up to like 2 billion or something. And I don't
uh.
think 2 billion African dollars are very much.
Oh, okay. I get what you're talking about now.
Unity has this really weird thing where obviously it's current year and everything is 64-bit now, except Unity, which has like half of its backend for some god unknowing reason still 32-bit. So it causes a lot of weird problems.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds like an issue. All right. Uh, from Jacob, can we see the next CEO of Soylent so we can produce an army of cuckolds to take over the game? Wanna?
Mm, no, I mean maybe you can become the CEO of Global Corp if you kill your boss in a HMT moment.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna all right, Scuba Cat has to go. We will see you later. Thank you for watching. Nima Suskon says Kyle Rittenhouse or Kyle Rittensteed. Kyle written SNEED story arc.
It's too on the nose. It's too on the nose.
Yeah.
People were asking me for like a Chris Chan story arc sometime. I'm like, come on,
Chris
guys.
Chan.
Chris Chan is like funny enough on his own that like anything I would do would just make it less funny.
Yeah, fair. Will we get new Steam emotes?
So when you release the emotes, you're locked. Like all the assets that are out right now, you cannot edit them in any way, shape, or form. Once you release them, and you only get one set. There is the animated emotes, which I haven't submitted yet, but those are a lot of work to create. So I don't even think I'm gonna ever do those.
All right.
You gotta make like 60 different animated things, backgrounds, profile frames, stickers, emotes. It's too much.
Yeah, I'll pimp myself out. I'll pimp out my Steam profile with that. Blackula DLC when?
Hard never.
I'm assuming Blackula would just mean Tyrone as Dracula, right?
I don't know, maybe a Halloween patch if Tyrone ever gets out of jail.
All right, Jacob Raz says, "Can I be Tyrone's replacement baby daddy while he is in prison?" He is
The structure of the sentence is hurting my head. Hold on. Tyrone is a baby daddy.
I didn't even think of that. All right, tell SNEED I am still waiting on my own channel in Discord to post cute plus funny.
No, there's too many channels on that Discord already. I need to purge some of them. Just colonize the music spam channel, like I told you.
All right, yeah, okay. Can you explain the Polish chat?
Okay, so before the game got released, there was a huge influx of Polish people that were interested in it and joined the Discord. Like at one point, the Discord was majority Polish. So I made the Polish chat so they'd have a place to chat.
Okay. Is it what would you say is the Polish ratio, let's say?
On the Discord right now,
Yes.
might be like 15 or 20%. It's pretty high.
Yeah, that definitely is a lot. Right. All right,
It was just like this weird thing that naturally happened, so I just leaned into it.
yeah, I can imagine. Cliff Unger, that's probably mispronouncing it. Hello, Cliff from Polish SNEED Fan Club here.
See, I told you they're out there. There's a lot of them.
I Hate Yankees says, make the redemption arc an optional DLC, along with an HMT ending.
I have the model for the mask already. You can see it in the strip club, so you might get it.
Right. SNEED and Feed restaurant in Cuck Sim. What do you have to say about that?
I feel like it might be too on the nose too. I don't know. I might just change the Indian restaurant into a SNEED and Feed. I don't know. We'll see.
Geo, I don't know how to pronounce it. Can Cuckold be like VR, where it's multiplayer and your friends laugh at you while you get cucked?
I was thinking of making a multiplayer something.
That'd be so good.
I would it's also one of those things that's like networking.
Yeah.
Networking in Unity is like, it's a fucking nightmare. So I don't know. Maybe in a full release when I changed so much stuff patch to patch, so it just like breaks half the other shit, honestly.
They've never seen Blackula the movie. I did not wait. I did not know that was an actual movie.
See, we're very pure of mind. We don't know these terrible bigoted
We're very
movies you speak
wholesome
of.
here. Oh yeah, that is real.
Blackula is a 1972 American black exploitation horror film. See, I told you it's horrible.
I
I
forgot.
didn't even know
Wait,
that was a term. Black
yeah,
exploitation.
I just like you just read the Wikipedia. Wait, okay, we're gonna. I remember hearing blaxploitation, but I forgot. Okay, we're gonna read the blaxploitation Wikipedia. Is an ethnic subgenre of the exploitation film that emerged in the United States during the early 1970s. Well, what was supposed to be? He so named it because he claimed the genre was proliferating offenses to the black community in its perpetuation of stereotypical characters involved in criminal activity. Or you know. All right. Here's the real question though, from Yoshkin: balls or no balls on your Fuda?
Oh God, I answered this on Nick's stream, and I don't remember what I said. I think I said no balls. I want as least parts there as possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said no balls too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with balls. Self.
What's the reasoning?
I oh no, you might as well. What's the
You might as well go like. Hmm. I don't know about this. I think it's a weird question to begin with. How about no food to begin with? Why is this not an option?
Yeah, see, it's a rock and a hard place. You don't get to disengage. Or a 3D printer to 3D print interesting pieces of equipment. I don't know what that's referring to. I read it and we will continue on.
It's probably going in Wayne's hole, the 3D printer.
Oh, okay.
I've already had like an idea for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we infiltrate Chinatown with an infectious disease?
Well, that's if the vaccine patch ever comes through.
From Mike Hunt. When will you add the Bureau of Land Management to the game?
Maybe with Tyrone's trial, if he gets a trial.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is the guard guarding the VIP area Ragnar Lothbrok?
No, it's a generic Viking.
Viking.
I meant to replace him a long time ago. He was supposed to be a placeholder, but he's in there now. He's chilling. He can stay.
I thought it was a man. The GameStop man.
What? Are you kidding me? No. The fuck?
I don't know. I thought that was supposed to be the joke.
Don't tell that to his face. He'll crush your skull in. He's like 8 foot tall, man.
Oh yeah. Is he gonna send me to like Valhalla or whatever pagan thing?
I mean, you're going to pagan hell. I don't know what that is.
Pagan hell. Okay. From Texan Walrus, the cuck meets a Confederate sympathizer, and all cuck does is talk about Sherman's march.
I don't know if I want to put the Confederate flag in the game.
I mean, GTA removed that from their remasters.
Yeah.
Eh, Manic like sniffing ballless. We'll just. I don't like sniffing ball. I only like sniffing my own balls. Does SNEED prefer cute plus funny to be more cute or more funny?
I'm completely indifferent.
Okay. All right. Yoshkin says, "You got you you got to have the full package, I guess." So true. Uh I hate Yankee says, "Give Cuckold heart problems after he gets the jab."
I
Ooh.
was thinking of giving him like a droopy face, like a small percent chance, like 0.001%, of course. But I could definitely do the droopy face because I have facial controls.
Facial controls. Just
I don't know how it work. I don't know how it would work in heart problems other than just like killing him on the spot and then the game would just end.
I mean, you know how horribly Mass Effect Andromeda was when that first released.
It was a very bad game.
Yeah, I can just imagine
Well,
those kinds of
if you ask
faces.
me, Mass Effect, anything past the first one was terrible.
Really?
I know some people still like Mass Effect 2. I didn't like it.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played any of it, but I've heard Mass Effect 2 was the best. That's what I've heard. Ribby the Party Frog says Jack Murphy's skin is hype. Connor says add "My daughter was a part of Desert Storm" shirt.
Customizable clothing is on the horizon.
Yeah. I heard you talking about adding DLC shirts and the whatnot.
Yeah, I got to find ways to make more money, right?
Yeah,
Not making
yeah.
much off the 39 base price, am I?
Yeah. Ribby the Party Frog says, "Love how he's got games within the game." See, see, very cool selling point.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Every time I respond to the balls comment, there's just more balls comments. I'm just spawning more of it. Okay. Yoshkin says, "Hey Sneed, if the cuck could if the cuck could an animal, he could control what he would it be?" That's broken, but I'm assuming if the cuck would be an animal, what would the cuck be?
A cuckoo, of course. That one's easy.
All right. Uh, Ted Kaczynski as a neighbor? Question mark.
No, it's like kind of in the realm of Wayne.
Oh yeah, true.
Wayne's actually made bomb threats too, so
Oh,
we got that angle covered.
okay. All right. All right. Now we will move on to our final category. The State of Soy-ciety. No. You predicted the rise of the cuck. So, and this is, you said you developed this starting 2 years ago, just about.
Give or take, yeah.
All right. So, what? So since the cucking has only gotten worse since then, what do you suspect will get worse as time goes on? Let's just say in the next 2 years, what will be worse?
Only literally everything.
Literally, yeah. I mean, fair. That's a very true statement. How do you envision the world in 2 years?
Um, there's actually a really good image. Where's this image? You ever seen that image with the classroom? And it has like the super safe toilet in it and all this stuff. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I envision the world. that image encapsulates
Okay.
everything perfectly.
Okay. And also, another thing we will touch on is that you are on the prohibited games list on Twitch.
Ah, yes. In
Yeah.
very good company with the maiden rape assault, violent semen inferno, and battle.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, the only ones I'm like familiar with are like the Honey Pop games, uh the Guy game, because like, you know, YouTubers are like, oh, this is the game that's like illegal to own, you know? And Yandere
I'm familiar
Simulator.
with a lot more of these games than I'd like to admit. Only um, I spend a lot of time on the internet, and so I don't play any of them,
Wait,
of
oh
course.
yeah, okay. Actually, I own genital jousting. So I
Yeah,
need
it's
to
pretty tame game. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's just, you
I
know,
don't think
yeah.
I don't think I belong on this. I don't think I belong on this list. It's really fucked up. I got put on the no fly list like this.
No fly list. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I there's literally just a game called Ethnic Cleansing on here.
Yeah, I actually looked that one up. It's some like white, some like literal neo-Nazi organization made it back in like 2002 to promote the ideology. And it's like literally just a
2002.
game where you go around like killing minorities and stuff.
Dude,
And then you got
does it
Cuckolds,
have
the family friendly game where you just interact with your young son Deshaun and go to work. Also on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's literally just like real life for some people.
yeah, it's just a life simulator, really.
Dude. You know, I just remembered how
I don't even have cleavage in the game, and I'm on here with rape play. It's terrible.
horrible, so bad. What I just remembered how there was one Twitch streamer that was playing it, and he stopped playing halfway through because he was like, "Oh, it's like too relatable or something, right?"
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one.
Do you want to? I mean, you know, if you don't want to tell me who it is, you know, it's completely fine. But you know,
I don't remember who it was. It was like God, that was like 5 months ago at this point.
yeah.
Also, all the so when Twitch adds a game to this list, it like purges every single what do you call it, like past broadcast from their system
Oh yeah,
and
the
clips and
VODs.
everything. So yeah, anybody who didn't have like their stuff backed up on YouTube or whatever, it's just gone. So there's like a lot of like good content that was lost there.
Yeah, I remember XQC played it, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
He
I caught that at the tail end of it. He streamed it for like almost 2 hours, and by the time I came in, I'm like, oh shit, I need to like join his chat. It's like he had the thing on where it's like you got to be in here for 10 minutes to chat.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll count down 10 minutes, and then it got to like 9 minutes, and he ended the stream. I'm like, fuck. Because usually I pop up in these chats, and even if it's like big streamers, if I say stuff enough, like it'll create like a tidal wave of people tagging me, and then eventually the streamer will notice, and like the chat just goes wild. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, get him in the chat.
XQC used to be funny, in my opinion. Not anymore. I kind of stopped watching him.
I don't know. I'm probably biased, but I watched the whole 2 hour playthrough of it. I loved it. It was good.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss when he played Overwatch. That's just what I was in at the time. All right, I'm gonna take down this Twitch ban from the stream. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure when you were playing with Drexel, that he just literally just like put it in a different category on Twitch, right?
Like, it was probably banned when he streamed it too. But it's like they don't put out any notice of this stuff. Like how the fuck is anybody supposed to know? Like that list gets updated so infrequently. It's like yeah, it was definitely sometime after X streamed it, and between that and like a week ago, I don't know when it happened, but
Yeah, just I don't know. I thought you could play Honey Pop 2 on Twitch. I swear I could see a Reddit post about that. Guess not.
Apparently not. So
Yeah, I'm
fuck
pretty
this.
sure. I'm pretty sure Drexel had it as Call of Duty Vanguard for his stream to like
Yeah.
to evade it. All right,
Yeah.
and
Cuckold would play Overwatch. He is definitely an Overwatch player.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's been like 3 years since I played, maybe 4. It's it just like went really bad, really fast.
I mean, any game that is around sufficiently long gets a little bit long in the tooth eventually, and Overwatch is kind of well past that point.
Yeah, I mean, Team Fortress 2 is kind of more relevant than Overwatch right now.
Somehow, yeah, and that game is like the longest in the tooth imaginable. That's a weird game. 13 years later, however long it's been.
Definitely. Right. You know what has changed since the release of this game and now?
What's that?
So, in California, cuckold is the #1 search term on Pornhub.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? You know, it's like that article from quite some time ago, before it had really taken off, saying that cuckolding is the fetish for intellectuals.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
People are just starting to catch on to that. So invest in cuckolding.
Invest in cuckcoin. Dude, you imagine cuckold gets into crypto. It's so
You
I
can
don't know
buy some
you
like bull NFTs or something.
Bull NFTs. All right. Yeah, you chose a good place to like shoot for the setting because Cuckold Simulator takes place in Los Angeles, California. Correct.
I don't think the town is ever named, but
In the
it's definitely California. He's got a Berkeley degree and California plates.
and
And if you look outside the boss's office when you're in there, you can see like a Golden Gate Bridge. So somewhere in that neighborhood.
okay, because I say it's Los Angeles because that's what in the police department you see LAPD.
Yeah, it could have just been where like they took Tyrone though. You never know.
Okay. So
There's
they
not a lot of consistency with the location. It's any town, California.
any
It's
town in California. That's a pretty wide range. Just did the police officers cross county lines?
they might have serving that out of county arrest warrant.
All right, all right. We're gonna continue with some comments. Manic, do you pass out in the ball sniffing session? What ball sniffing session? Do you know who Naslik? Okay, wait. I'm just gonna spell this out. NASLNIK. I do not know who that is. Are you aware?
No, not at all.
Okay. I'm not aware. Right. Cuckold plays Overwatch 2. Oh my science. So true. Yeah, okay, actually, one thing I nearly forgot to talk about is your like the dialogue, the writing. I can tell it has gotten significantly better since the game like first came out. Like with each update, you can like tell that you're like getting into a groove, you know?
I guess, like I said, I don't really have much planning. It's all like done in one day. I just type it out. I'm like, all right, this is good. Not fucking with it anymore.
Right.
I do think some self criticism, some of the writing styles across a lot of the characters are kind of samey. Like Deshaun has his own style, of course, and some of the other ones, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not the point of the game, you know.
Oh, Jacob Raz says, I want to see a deeper relationship and more content between the cuck and the anime waifus in the nightclub.
I don't know if you can call what will transpire a relationship, but something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
The strip club is not done yet.
Jax Bizarre says, Twitch likes to shadow update so they never have to do formal posts. Twitch just like that. Mike Hunt says, Hail silence, hail science, glory to science.
Amen.
No, amen and a women.
A person.
They men.
Yeah, there we go.
Yoshkin says shit watch. Copium should be a healing item in Cucksim. I'm pretty sure
there's nowhere you take damage but in Cuck Souls.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna put like an Estus Flask type of thing in Cuck Souls, but I couldn't figure it out. So I just made the fight around no Estus Flask.
Damn. Also, when are you adding World War Ukraine?
We'll see how it plays out first. Don't want to be too on the nose.
Oh, okay. Kevin Spacey is my #1 Google search. Cuck coin. Due to the setting existing in California, can we see totally legal residents, in quotes, in the game? It would be funny if they could mow his lawn.
It's not unique to California, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unique, but like it's prevalent there, you could say. Crypto cuck adding when I want cuck to subject himself to participating in BLM protesting and totally not steal shoes. Cuckold Sim should have some sort of fighting and HP system. He should say yikes when he gets downvotes in his health.
I was gonna add like a Mortal Kombat cuckold game for the snitch, but maybe. I think it'd be funny to see Deshaun fighting.
Deshaun.
Maybe even Tyrone Jr.
Oh,
imagine fighting Tyrone Jr. You'd never be able to touch his fucking hitbox.
Yeah. Are you aware of Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl?
Yeah, how'd that go? Was it a flop?
I mean, the game's kind of dead after like a month, but
yeah, I mean, it's good for like 5 minutes of memes, right?
I got some fun out of it. Not enough though. But for they have a Rugrats rep, but it's Reptar because you know they didn't add any of the babies as fighters
or the voices, right?
Like there's no voice acting in Nickelodeon All Stars.
That probably killed the fucking game from the start.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said they're adding it later, so we'll see.
Smash is so well refined at this point; it's very hard to compete with it, especially if you're not going to go like 110%.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers one, Multiverses, they're standing out because they're free to play, multi-platform, and basically just using microtransactions. So, but we'll see how that plays out. But at least they have voice acting.
Something.
I don't know why they have Batman and Harley Quinn, but not Joker. I don't get that. John the Tactician says, "My life as a teenage cuckold. Cuck redemption arc questline when?" I'd assume that'd probably be at the very end of the game, right?
Yeah, it's like dead last if I ever do it. I don't know if he deserves it. Might have to put it up for popular vote. Be
Ooh,
democratic about it.
ooh, democracy. Okay.
Looks like I found my my mail-in ballot box at 3 a.m. to give him a redemption arc. Who could have seen that coming?
No, it's the 3 a.m. ballots are going to be for Cuckold was always in the right. Okay. Sciencezilla as a Cuckold boss? Question mark.
Hmm. Nah.
All right. All right. Just adding gotchi. Are those like the gotcha mechanics or?
Yeah, like gotcha mechanics. I
Uh,
wanted to add like gotcha mechanics because there's like a Steam API for it with like the inventory system. That's just like yet another thing I have to figure out how to implement.
Jake Mraz says voice acting for Tyrone. We saw that in the newest update, but I would like to hear him speak.
I don't know. I need an actor for him. Who would it
So,
be? I don't know.
somebody in chat earlier suggested Drexel be Tyrone's voice actor.
I mean, if he wanted to do it, absolutely.
All right, we'll see.
I'm not gonna ask that though. But if he would like to volunteer, he could absolutely do it.
Yeah, I might bring it up to him. I think in 1 week from now, he's doing like a huge celebration stream with like everybody on. I'm invited, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be without internet during that weekend, so
Yeah.
no show for me.
Uh, can there be a framed picture of a fish saying "Cuck SR the Fifth" or "Cuck Senior the Fifth"?
How would we get to the fifth? Like he's never gonna reproduce. How are we even gonna get to the second?
What what if the Cuck got dragged into the army for war against China?
No, he would flunk out of basic.
I hate Yankee says democracy is the cuckold ideology. There's no more fitting way to determine the ultimate fate of cuckold.
Can't argue with that.
And okay, we're almost caught up. All right, Undead Chronic. These are 4 chats, by the way. At Manic the Manic Mechanic, Jack Murphy skin, all caps. Jack Apex Cuck Murphy skin. I want an Apex Cuck. How TF you have Cuck Sim without the Apex Cuck?
Circle back to consent. If he's such a cuck, maybe he'd consent to it.
Yeah, it's
No such thing as bad publicity, right?
I mean, not a lot of people, relatively speaking, know about his cuckold past. Yeah.
I want to keep it under wraps then, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's like back from 2014. I think didn't he block Rishi for like tweeting that article at him?
You're asking me, and I just learned who he was an hour ago. So.
Yeah, I was just asking chat like as a general question. Right. Emrao Mia says cuck merch.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me money for a T-shirt, I won't say no.
All right, all right. So, do you currently have a merch line?
I do not. I don't know what I would make that people would actually wear. I can't say cuck on it. Nobody would wear that.
Just like cuck in like bold letters.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe one of the like the lost people on my Patreon would buy it. The actual cucks.
That would be so good. All right. Underchronic says he blocked him. Yes. So Rishi did get banned. Uh, Cuck in his drunk PTSD ridden ranger dad beating the F out of him.
He doesn't have a dad. That's why he is the way he is.
He doesn't have
He was raised by a single mom. I learned
so
that from
true.
Drex.
Yeah, yeah. Are you ever gonna delve into the Cuckold prequel?
Like the cuckold origin story. Maybe some like flashbacks of his dad walking out to get cigarettes and never coming back.
Dude, just imagine he I can just imagine the cutscene right now. It's like he's let's just say he's finishing his bowl off, and then just a flash in his eyes, and it's just a black and white flashback of his dad leaving him. All right, a shirt that says "Oh my science."
Those probably already exist.
Yeah,
For being real.
honestly. Neil deGrasse Tyson T-shirt.
Is he still relevant? Does anybody care about his ass anymore?
I I I don't. Maybe there's a Reddit community dedicated to him licking his feet.
No, last I saw, Reddit hated him for being smug.
I
But
thought,
I don't know. I'm sure some people still like him.
yeah, I mean they can flip flop or whatever. All right, well, yeah, we're gonna finish off here. Let's just say in the next 10 minutes as an absolute cutoff point. Mike Hunt says, "Big question: was Cuck molested?"
Not that I know of. He just didn't have a father figure. That's it.
Okay, there it is. Just no father figure. I Hate Yankee says, "Just buy Biden Harris merch if you want Cuckold Simulator merchandise."
No, give me money, not them.
Give the globalists your money. All right, Jacob says, "I want to have a prelude to Cuck Sim where we get to play the childhood of Cuck and learn how he came to the person he is today."
You know, now that's been said like 20 times. I think a
Yeah,
young cuckold model around the size of Deshaun would be really funny.
young Cuckold, and we got porn accounts in that.
Lovely.
Yeah, get rid of that. All right. All right, banned. There we go. All right, and I think we are done. So I think this is where we can end off. I think this is good. Wait, okay, okay. Cuckold on Epstein Island.
You know, there's the guy, that Argentinian guy making that Epstein Island game. I think he's doing it much better than I could.
The Argentinian guy.
Yeah, I totally forget his name. There's a game called Escape from Epstein Island. Some Argentinian dude doing it.
Is
It's
it
like a free to play game.
is there a Steam page for it?
No, he distributed it. Yeah, he distributed it through Patreon, but it's free.
Okay, I'll
It's a pretty funny project. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely a labor of love, like this is. So
Do I have to make Patreon account to download it?
I don't think so. I think it's just publicly visible.
You know, Patreon is cucked. Honestly,
It really is.
I mean, I know you use it. And I just rather use like Subscribestar or like locals, something like that.
All right. Correction. It's called The Mystery of Epstein Island.
All right, escape of sounds much better. All right, we're just gonna have this as the last question. Can we decorate Cuckold's car? He's lacking a lot of pride flags on
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll put in like a cash shop where you can spend $1 to put a rainbow flag on it. It's a good use of money.
it. So true.
Well, the whole cosmetic system is not anywhere close to being built out yet. So I want to have like the whole house customizable, like painting on the wall and shit, like
All
yard
right.
signs, all that good stuff.
Right. Okay. Nima says, I know I said last. Good question. We have Tyrone's Blicky, but can't use it in the inventory. Is there any plan to have Cuck use Tyrone's Blicky?
Um, so I was gonna have Wayne do something with the Blicky to turn it into a snitch game, so you could play that event again without restarting the game. Because people have like wanted that.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Suicide. I don't know about that. Maybe down the line as an ending route, you could just kill yourself like on day one. You just go upstairs, go into the bathroom, find the gun, blah, you're done. Game over.
Okay, we have more porn bot. All right, I think that will conclude our interview today. Thank you so much, Team SNEED, for coming on the live stream. I have the Steam page for Cuckold Simulator in the description. Is there anything else you want to promote?
No, man, I'm so bad at shilling stuff. Every time I go on these streams, people are like, all right, it's time to shill shit. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Just give me your 239 and I'll be thrilled.
Okay. Yeah, basically going through Warband school, it's basically required that you get the shilling correct. I'm very I'm very diligent on the cuckold, or not cuckold, the shilling. But
It's a page out of the producer Tim book. Also, I'm very on
pretty
point with the shilling.
yeah. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Make sure you buy Cuckold Simulator and it is currently 20% off for the Black Friday sale. So buy it now, and also buy the Mask DLC.
Yeah, the Omicron variant. Yeah, God, I can't talk. You know what I'm trying to say. The new
Yeah.
variant, very dangerous. Wear your mask.
So true. All right. I'll I'll see you guys later, and uh it was nice having you on, Team SNEED.
Yeah, thanks for
Very
having
cool.
me. Always enjoy these things.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see, and I'll keep I may have to do a re-review of it, but I'm not sure, because I think my first review, if you saw that was literally the
Oh, I did.
uh,
I go on YouTube. I just search Cuckold Simulator and I just watch every video. It's putting like egotistical reasons aside. It's a legitimately good way to get like real time feedback and see
yeah.
like bugs or stuff I might have missed. So I like watch all of them. There's not too many of them, so it's
All
pretty
right,
easy to do.
so you did see my Cuckold Simulator review.
Oh yes, I saw that months ago, even before like
No.
you talked to me about it.
Oh, that okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's basically what got me off the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a springboard.
I don't know, like I don't know. I'd imagine like if a developer like sees a video, he would like comment or something.
I comment on some of them, not all of them, but I watched pretty much every video that's been uploaded, even the ones that have like 12 views. I'm one of the 12.
Nice. That's actually very cool. All right. Yeah, but I think that's where we will end it. If you want to support me, I have a PayPal linked in the description, and also you can go to thedragonstreasure.com for 10% off your order of anime inspired tea.